tourist hotbed and a stretch of road that has its own rivalry game. We are set for a war for this stretch of road, and at the end of it, only one will have the right of way. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the USF Bulls, Tampa, Florida, and Raymond James Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on a team from the American, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Bulls will put toe to leather and we'll get started. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So UCF's offense will start this game off with the football. The Golden Knights took down the Bulls, perhaps by the horns the last time they met, and won the war on I-4.
Yeah, UCF feels like since moving to the Big 12, they're starting to recruit better players, and I think that was the difference the last time these two teams met up. They just seemed to be bigger and stronger when the game was on the line.
And obviously, the war on I-4 is awesome, and this is a good rivalry game that's kind of budding, but one thing you talked about speed, Palmer. In the state of Florida, you have speed, and UCF has a lot of speed, a lot of playmakers, and it was on full display.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Off the play fake. Grab near the marker. It's Burke. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Quarterback on the keeper. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Really nice job by the defense that time, stopping the option. Everyone accounted for it. You saw the quarterback. He was holding it. He was running wider and wider out to the perimeter of the field. But this defense has really good speed. But they made that play because everybody was on the same page. Nice job.
Takes the handoff. It's Montgomery. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Got it set up on the outside. There he goes. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
He's going for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. The war on I-4 is relatively new. Both schools compete across 14 sports for the right to win the Golden I-4 road sign. But, of course, the most important battle is the one that happens on the gridiron.
It is, but how cool is it, the war on I-4? I mean, that's just it's a dope name. I really like it. Obviously, this is kind of a new rivalry, but Palmer, UCF, USF, they're fighting for the same kids in recruiting and building a program.
Yeah, man, whether you get off on McIntosh Road, the Florida Turnpike, or Lake Mary Boulevard, these two schools do not like each other. Whether it's the Bounce House or Raymond James Stadium, the war on I-4, baby, that's where it's at.
The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. Just keep swinging it. Catch in the middle, it's Burke. Working their way closer and closer, a 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
I don't even know if the offense is aware that they have other eligible targets downfield. It feels like every single throw early in this game has gone this guy's way.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Jackson will throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Burke. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Give to the back. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Make some noise. It's third down.
It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. And now on fourth down, they'll try a field goal. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. So USF's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head.
Oh, he's got some space. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
All right, David, as someone that loves defense and sound defense, how would you evaluate their job fitting that play?
To quote the great philosopher Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Defense is about making the ball go where you want it to go. Like guys doing their job and fitting it to the second level player correctly. That was a clinic tape on what not to do.
He's like a pinball with attitude out there, hammering ahead to the 30.
This tight end's a weapon because he can give you yak after the catch. You see him break that tackle? That was pretty impressive, showing off his athleticism.
Line getting set on second down. Got a man. It's Singleton. Across the 25 to the 24-yard line before he stopped. Pick up a 5 and a first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Brown wants to pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He didn't that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll go right back to it. Breaks into the open. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Wants to throw on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown USF! And they strike first. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 79 yards on the drive, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Under fire. Lets it fly on the move. Makes the grab on the left side. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Knights can really attack on this second and short. Jackson gonna throw it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's going to look for a man on third and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Burke. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can stop the clock. And on that third and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this third down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Grabbed in the middle, it's Burke. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll bring him to within 4. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, when UCF and USF get together, it's like a UFC match. Fiery and feisty. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. Fellas, so much intrigue when UCF and USF face off. Let's get things back to you.
The Knights will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Brown will throw it. Quarterback just flat missed him. Incomplete.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you could spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
So now it's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Norton. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll move the tight end. He'll do it himself. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Jackson will throw. Get it out on the screen. And some room to work. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see some of these jet sweeps, and they were ready that time. Great job communicating before the snap. Everybody had their eyes in the right place, and they're able to tackle the receiver for a loss.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Hughes. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Nixon. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Grab behind the line. It's Hughes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Knights pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage, and time has expired here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and USF is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Off play action. Here's the pressure. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
Now 3rd and long, and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Jackson gonna throw it. Going for it all. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
And this offense obviously wanted to take the lead, but they chip into the lead a little bit. Now they're going to need their defense. Just give me another opportunity. They only need a field goal in the 4th quarter. Nice job cutting into that lead.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. He'll ride his man on the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. On the option. Now the toss. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
The Bulls will punt this one away. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They bring the punter onto the field now. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Jackson will throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown Bulls. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Wade. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
Jackson gonna throw it. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. The war on I-4 hits the passing lane and goes west to Tampa as the Bulls get the best of the Knights. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.